Late good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Brian Bridges Show. Welcome to the Brian Bridges Show. Y'all come on in for a brief moment. Want to go in tonight on a Seattle police officer who was found recorded laughing at a woman's death, you all. Yes, I said that the man was absolutely laughing at this woman's death and did make a joke out of this incident, you all. A very sad case. So I want to first give us sad and special condolences to Geneva Kadula, you all. Geneva Kadula is her name, you all. And she was a young sister who was hit while crossing the street in an absolutely walking area, you all. This was a walking district, a place where this lady was actually crossing when this officer was pursuing uh, some other incident, you all, where a suspect happened to be having an overdose. Now, during this particular incident, this officer was, might I say, investigated, you all. They come on and do the police report. Another officer comes in and kind of investigates the scene, you all. So, in this particular incident, the officer was trying to discover if the officer that hit the lady was under the influence or not. But during the process of this brief investigation or this brief questionnaire, Detective Daniel, this shitbag of an officer, was found laughing, you all. And I didn't find it very funny at all. I found it quite disturbing, you all. So tonight I want to kind of come on and kind of talk about this little incident. And usually, if you are joining me for the very first time, then here we usually read the news article first and kind of give a different perspective of the actual incident itself, you all. Because a lot of times these news reporters actually come on and give you a narrative where they may be uh, not giving you all the details of these particular incidents, you all. So this is why we have our own media news and our own platforms to kind of bring about a balance to these situations that are at hand. So again, condolences to the Kadula family, you all, because this was a very sad incident. Not only did this man disregard the value of life, he made a joke out of it, you all, a very disturbing joke. And then he put a price on this woman's life, you all. So this again was very disturbing to me. No one has the right to take a life, especially when they do not give life, you all. God has given us the life that we have, and it's very valuable. Again, no one is giving life to anyone except the creator, you all. So therefore we have no right to take a life. And not only do we not have a right to take the life, but we should also have a great high respect for the life that has been chosen, or dead, or deceased people, you all. Again, this was a very disturbing incident, and even more so because this man is paid to protect and serve, paid to save lives instead of laughing as though something is funny, as though a person never being able to get married, never being able to have children, never being to fully live out a productive life. And I'm pretty sure this lady had a lot to offer to this world that was a lot way more valuable than the $11,000 that this officer Daniel had claimed to put this particular value on this woman's life, you all. Now, mind you, I don't think it was just an incident of the body camera being on, because I think that this is the behavior of this white supremacist officer every day, you all. You know, this at this particular point, he happened to have left the body camera on for some strange reason. But here you have it. You know, if you don't have anything good to say, then I suggest that we say nothing at all, you all. I'm pretty sure that growing up, a lot of us have at one time or another had heard such a thing, such as this, you all. But then again, in this particular case, this was one of the most disturbing things that I had seen. Um, displayed by a police officer. You know, I had never seen anyone just laughing at the death of a person, any person, let alone this particular woman who had been killed, you all. Again, it was very sad to me because not only did this man, again, laugh at this lady, but he put a price as though the family should be only rewarded $11,000 and made the statement that this girl had a little to offer the world. She was only 26, you know. And by the way, the little girl was absolutely 23 years old, you all. So again, we will be reading the news article and news clip as we do always here. And I will also share a brief clip with you all later on in the podcast. So I'm gonna get straight to it. It said investigation launched into the tape of a Seattle police guards leader downplaying death of a woman struck by an officer, you all. So again, this lady was hit by a squad car, you know, and this particular police officer had been doing 74 miles an hour. It was reported that he had been doing 74 miles an hour. It could have been 84 miles for all we know. It could have been 100 miles and 25. But this officer had definitely found it to be a very funny gesture, a very funny thing that had happened to this lady. And again, this was quite disgusting, you all. So I want to come on again tonight and kind of share this situation. It said a Seattle police watchdog agency investigate the rank and file union leaders over body camera audio in which they laughed and joked and downplayed the death of a young woman struck by a police cruiser. It says suggesting her life had limited value. The man again flat out suggesting that this woman's life had a very limited value and that the city should just write a check. You know, and again, this is a very sad situation, for anyone to lose their life, but for this man to actually put a number of value on this lady's life that appeared to be what the reports are saying is an Indian woman, but I don't know how they get these calling all maybe Muslims, so forth and so on, Pakistanis or whatever it may be. Excuse me, you all, that this woman was an Indian of some sort. Now, just because you are from India does not make you an Indian, you all. So let's clarify that again so this world can kind of actually understand when they're out there calling these particular people Indians, you all, because they are not Indians. We are the original people. We are the Indians, the copper colored people, you all, and that is a fact. So again, that was not the topic. That we'll say that topic for another time in later in dates, you all. But again, this was very disturbing. It says suggested her life had limited value and that the city should just write a check. So how many other times had this man say we should just write a check? How again he put the value of this young lady's life at $11,000. So I can just absolutely imagine how he may feel about a black person, you know, how he may feel about a young black girl, you know, if he saw this woman's life value at $11,000, actually, what do he think the life of a black little girl or a black child or a black young lady, how would he absolutely feel about one of these people? And this is one thing that should be investigated. In fact, this man should lose his job. I said it, the sucker should lose his job, you know. And he, again, should definitely be investigated. I think they should do an intense background check. Check all his records, check all his files, his media files. I'm pretty sure you will find some more prejudiceness in his conversations, you all. Because again, this was very disturbing and a prejudiced statement to actually make, you know, to actually say that a young lady's life is only worth $11,000, you know. Again, God has given us life. So how can you place any value on any person's life? You know, this is something that is priceless. You know, a person's life is priceless. A child, a baby, and this is exactly what this young lady was, a child, you know, especially considering she is a child of God, you all. Again, what is the value on it? What is the value for a young lady with, you know, we don't know how long this woman was expected to live, you know, before this man was flying down this street. Like he had nothing to lose, you all. And I'm not sure if the man actually even had his sirens on, because before you are going anywhere down a residential neighborhood or district or community, you know, at 74, 75 miles an hour, he should definitely have had his patrol lights on, blowing the horn, the sirens, and everything else that may have been a responder in this squad car, you all. Again, this was one of the sickest things that I had actually seen again, you all. So his name is Officer Daniel Otter, you all. Officer Daniel Otter, and that's Daniel Auder is how you spell this man's name. If you do look in the link in the description below, I do have this man's name also, you all, because I think he is a horrible person. Again, it said Officer Daniel, Vice President of the Seattle Police Officer Guild, inadvertently left his body camera running after responding to a January 23rd South Lake Union where the officer Kevin Dave, you all, struck and killed Kanevi Kadula, you all, while driving 74 miles an hour the way reports of an overdose, you all. So again, this particular officer by the name of Kevin Dave, you all, it was literally an accident. I'm pretty sure that this officer regrets his actions, you know, regret speeding down this place where this young lady was passing. I'm pretty sure that this officer most definitely regrets this. This man, Mr. Davis, you know, he was not seen or heard in this video making any kind of funny statements about his actions, you know, about him actually running over this young lady, you all. So again, that was a blessing all by itself, you know. I'm pretty sure you know, you may catch him later on somewhere else talking about it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure he will not have these actions that this officer Daniel had, you all. Kadula, who had been in a crosswalk at Thomas Street and Dexter Avenue North, was thrown over 100 feet, you all. The 23-year-old died later that night. Otter, a drug recognition officer assigned to detain whether Dave was under the influence, concluded his colleague was not impaired, you all. Now, how Officer Daniel ran this check on this particular Officer Dave. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he didn't give this man no breathalyzer. They didn't give him no kind of blood test. So maybe the family can actually see this and use some of the things that I'm actually saying as as that case helping you all, because again, I'm pretty sure this man was not tested. There's no way that Officer Daniel could have been investigating this man and finding it to be a joke. You investigating somebody that actually hurt someone. You are investigating somebody that actually took the life of another victim, of another person. Why are you laughing? What do you find to be so funny that a person is actually losing their life? How could you be investigating another officer that may have been in the wrong by laughing? What do you find funny about this particular situation, you all? Again, this is one disturbing case, you all, and this officer should be fired ASAP. Again, what's up, Carl? Hey, bro, Carl, what's up, man? Really? They are above the law. That's right, bro. Again, I know you just pulling up, but this particular case was about a Seattle officer, bro. He had actually ran over this little girl, man, and he, the officer that was investigating this man again, he found it to be funny, man. He even said that this little girl's life was worth $11,000, you all. So again, this was disturbing, man. We had to go in on this sucker. Again, it said Ada, you all, determined whether Dave was under the influence, concluded that his clock lead was not impaired. It said after finishing the routine analysis, he called SPARG, you all, and that is the Senior Police Officer program, you all. This pronounced like SPARG. So these are officers that had actually been on the force quite a while, and these guys probably make the decisions or make the best kind of calculations or analytics or whatever these officers are actually doing. I think they are wasting a lot of tax money, if you ask me. It said, and they paired to talk for 2 minutes, you all. So again, this Officer Daniel, he is the investigating officer. He is supposed to be saying somebody's life has been taken. So he is supposed to be running an investigation on if this officer was in the right or the wrong. And his investigation took all of 2 minutes. I mean, what kind of crap is that? Again, man, and again, this was a young Muslim sister. They say the little girl is Indian, but I beg to differ, you all, because again, just because you are from India does not make you an Indian, you all. So again, this is another racist slur that these people actually put on this, you all. And again, if her life was only worth $11,000, how do you feel about black children? How do you feel about black kids? How do you feel about other people that's not white? Might I say, it said only either side of the conversation is heard in the audio in the body cam footage released Monday. It said in the conversation, he laughs about the deadly crash and dismisses any implication of the officer might be at fault or that the criminal investigation was necessary or that it was even necessary at all, you all. Excuse me. Because again, man, this dude here is absolutely crazy, bro. And that's why people dislike these people, my brothers say they don't like their ass at all, But again, he said he also laughed several times, saying at one point, yeah, just write a check. This is what we do. We just write a check. It said $11,000. She was 26 anyway. Adder said, mistaking the victim age. So again, he is the investigating officer. He don't even know how old the victim is. He is stating all the wrong facts about this particular lady. He's supposed to have her name, age, ethnicity, everything. This is a part of a serious investigation. This is a part of the death. This is like getting the wrong identity, you all. And we are convicted for that as citizens. If you give them people the wrong age and you give them a fake birthday and all this kind of stuff, or a different age, they charge you for that, and things of this nature. You give them the wrong name because you don't have to give them your name. If you had not committed a crime, then you have no reason to produce your ID. You ought to be to say your name is John Bobo if that's what you choose to. They are supposed to accept that had you not committed any crimes. You also, again, they will, what is the name of that crime? You all failure to identify. Failure to identify, you all. So this is what they charge us with. If we tell them the wrong age, the wrong name, so forth and so on, then they will hit us with a failure to identify. This is the charge it's called, you all. So again, this man had no right to have her name wrong, her birthday wrong, or her ethnicity wrong. He should have had everything together, you all, because again, he is investigating what could be a possible murder, what could be a possible vehicular manslaughter. I mean, this is something that is a likely case. This is a logical case. This happens every day. Vehicular manslaughter. Some people get ran over, may get ran over. And again, unfortunately, this is what happened to this young lady. She was hit by a police car. And this is one of the reasons why, they call off these certain police chases, because it put so many other lives in danger. It put the lives of innocent people actually in danger when they are chasing, running around the streets, driving like a bat out of hell, as though they don't have no regard for anybody on the road, and they already think that they are above the law. If they can go out there and kill people just when they want to, what make you think they not going to speed when they feel like speeding? Who going to write them a ticket? They ain't going to write themselves a ticket. They just going to fly up and down the street, as though they own it, and this is what happened to this officer Dave, you all. So again, it was no reason for this man to have all his facts wrong, for this man to be laughing at a child that had just lost her life, you all. So again, that was very crazy and disturbing. Again, it said Ader acknowledged his role in the investigation as an impairment of recognition of officer, but said the conversation was private and meant to be part of the deputy as a spark representative, you all. According to Jason Runts, the conservative at KTTH talk show host, describes as a self-reported complaint to Seattle officer of the police accountability, you all. So this is another thing. We must hold these police officers accountable for these type of things and these type of actions, man. We are actually paying our tax dollars, and who wants an officer on the street that don't find my life to be valuable, don't find my child's life to be valuable, don't find my brother's child or niece or mother or grandmother, so forth and so on, to be a valuable life? Who wants an officer like that on the street? Now, what had your own child been hit by one of these police officer cars flying up and down the street? How would you have handled that investigation? Would you have taken 1 or 2 minutes as though it was a funny thing? Or would you have find that officer may have been in the wrong? Again, man, I don't even understand why they would send another police officer to investigate a police officer anyway. That's crazy. We need the Fed, Internal Affairs, or the FBI, CIA, anybody but them, anybody from somebody from their police department, because they do not care and they do not have value for human life, you all. So it said Wrench obtained the complaint after the Seattle Times and other media learned of the recording and sought to obtain it public disclosure request. The Kings County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, meanwhile, conducted a criminal review of the crash, you all. So again, it was another officer who had actually heard this tape and turned it in. He immediately turned it in, and they found it disgusting, you all. So again, I don't know why this officer is still an officer today. I'm pretty sure they ain't even give him paid leave. He ain't probably just got a tap on the shoulder or a tap on the wrist or verbal reprimand, or something of this nature. But he should not be an officer at all. He's a complete asshole. It said Ada complaint said that he called Salam to explain what had happened and that he inadvertently left his camera running, you all. So again, he left his camera on by accident. He said when he realized this, knowing the incomplete conversation would sound bad, he self-reported the incident to the OPA, you all. So again, at this time, it was way too late to be trying to say you may have said the wrong thing. You did say the wrong thing. You found it to be very funny. You did not take it back. No one accepted this apology. Man, this was very disgusting thing to say. There should never be even one officer to ever make a statement such as this. It said Chief Adrian Diaz, in the statement posted Monday, said that the department learned of the conversation from another aider, from not from Ada, but from an employee who listened to it during a routine course of business, you all. He said that employee became concerned and took up the chain of command. You also, this officer went through the proper procedures. The sergeant ain't want to listen to him. He went to the lieutenant. The lieutenant ain't want to listen to him. The man went to the captain. And if the captain ain't want to listen to him, I'm pretty sure they went to the chief. And by the time the chief got it, everybody had it. You all. So again, this was a good thing, man. I'm so thankful that they did make these body cameras, that we are advancing in technology where these people just can't get away with harming and murdering people and laughing at people and making dumb, stupid jokes and accusations such as this, you all. Again, this was stupid. Yeah, man, for real, bro, for real. F them po-pos. Especially ones like this, you all, because again, not all of them bad, man. I can't say that for all of them, but if you have 995 bad officers and 5 good officers, I mean, what is that? You have 5 good officers and 995 bad officers, then you just have 1,000 bad officers because they ain't doing nothing about it. They ain't not going to arrest themselves. They all in the same game. I said they all in the same game. Gang. That's all they is. Some gang bangers with a badge. Again, so they're not going to arrest each other. We can't make citizens arrest and go arrest them for the dumb stuff that they are doing. If they ever did something like that, I think it'll be pretty cool that we can go actually, lock up some bad police. We can make a citizen arrest on one of them. That we should definitely have more power than they actually have to do the dumb things that they are actually doing out there in the streets, you all. Again, I have a few family members that are police officers, and I know some pretty cool police officers that have, shown favor on my behalf. May have done some or may have given me some encouraging words about some certain situation. Then there are some asshole, jackass police officers out there who just don't care about nobody but themselves, you all. And especially if they some kind of white supremacist gangbangers, then they down with anything. You know, again, it said Chief Diaz in the statement posted Monday said the department learned of the conversation again from another officer. So it said the OPA Director Gino Betts Jr. confirmed that the Watchdog Agency investigation and that it was initiated after SPD Attorney Rebecca Beautrecht emailed the OPA, you all, on August the 2nd. It said the committee, police commission, another SPD oversight body characterized the body camera audio as heartbreaking, you all. So this was another lady. She kind of trains these officers when they come on to the police force. I'm pretty sure so that these police officers could have some good integrity. But as you can see, this Seattle Police Department, they are actually on the ropes, you all, because the citizens of Seattle, they do not trust their own police officers. They do not trust the people around them that are paid to protect them, that are paid to serve these people, you all. They don't like these police at all. They feel like they need some accountability measures, you all. And this is what is reported about this one particular police station, you all. It said arise about the elements of Seattle Police Department's culture and spark residents to offer accountability measures. It said the people of Seattle deserve better from the police department that is charged with fostering trust with the community, you all, and ensuring public safety, the commission members said in a joint statement, you all. So again, man, this was one disturbing thing, man. So I do have a small news clip where I can share this audio, this same particular audio, body cam footage. That this officer was caught in, you all, that this man was caught laughing like he really thought this was a funny situation. Yep, most of them will, bro. Absolutely, I agree. But then again, here y'all, here go the footage. Thanks for joining me, brother Cole. I appreciate you. Love you, bro. But listen to this, man. Listen how sick and gruesome this is.
But she is dead.
That's him laughing.
From a Seattle police officer's body-worn camera captures what sounds like a callous disregard for human life. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. That's the voice of SPD Officer Detective Daniel Otterer. It's recorded January 24th, one day after a woman, 23-year-old John V. Kundula, was struck and killed by another officer's squad car while that officer was responding to a call. Kundula was in a crosswalk when she was hit by the patrol car that was going 63 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. It does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on. In a different portion of the call, the officer appears to be talking about his family.
This man say it does not seem that a criminal investigation is going on, but he is the investigating officer, and he laughing. You know what you find funny? So that go to show you he did not investigate. He took 2 minutes, man, to investigate this man about whether he was impaired, about whether he was intoxicated, about whether he was in right or wrong. How can you investigate a death scene in 2 minutes? Man, who does that? Who does that? Boy Simpson, them, I don't even know if they done on King of the Hill done this magnitude, you all. This was flat out stupid.
Such as a monetary settlement if the family were to sue the department of the victim's family. Such as a monetary settlement if the family were to sue the department. No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value. Seattle police.
She was 26. She had limited value. $11,000, man. Give him $11,000. Man, how can you say something like that? Man, damn shame, man. 11 talking about this lady had limited value. She was a beautiful young lady, man. She had man, you can't put $11,000 on this lady's life. I mean, we grew up, man, kind of rough, you know. We ain't had the best things in life, but as black folks in the black community, man, we would never put. How can you? I don't even understand how you even come up with this number. You know, $11,000 for a young lady. Come on, man. And then, like I say, he find it funny. Just write a check, $11,000. That's all she worked. She had limited value. This is the this.
Anyway, she had limited value. Seattle police say the video. Oh, it's a regular person. Settlement if the family were to sue the department. No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value. Seattle police say the video was flagged by a department employee, saying the Office of Police Accountability is now investigating. But that's not blunting the impact for some.
I don't even have the words to describe how I feel. I'm sickened, for one thing. And it's doing a lot of damage.
Man, I don't know how this man had the audacity to say such a thing, man. Again, man, this was very sad. Condolences to the Kadula family, you all. So again, man, this was very heartbreaking, man. Very heartbreaking. Again, to see an officer of the law behave in such a manner. You know, this man was absolutely wrong, man, dead wrong, and he should not be on the police department or force doing anything, pushing some paperwork. He ought to be, they should have made him a janitor, just bump him all the way down. You know, again, somebody needs to, absolutely, bro, absolutely, something, again, something, need to be done about this particular officer. He should definitely lose his job, man. You don't take nothing like this lightly. Again, this was the death of someone, and he investigated this thing all of 2 minutes, you all. 2-minute investigation. It takes 48 hours, to move 48 hours to show, it takes 48 hours to find a murder suspect, with a lot of these cases, but this man took 2 minutes, again. And not only did he improperly investigate the situation, he found it to be funny. So how many other people lives had he investigated? How many other incidents that this same particular police department may have been wrong about, and this man has to come and do the investigation. How could he ever find any fault in any police officer, let alone a civilized citizen, you all? So again, this was very sad, disturbing thing and situation to me, man. And I hope everyone understood this content, you all. We'll see y'all again tomorrow. Appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you, Brother Carl. See y'all again soon. God for Christ gang. Peace. Y'all be blessed. Thank you. Later, bro.